personally, here's where I think they didn't do a very good job, and that was with Kelsey Mitchell.
Let's talk about where things went wrong, starting with how Kelsey Mitchell was handled as an unrestricted free agent. Mitchell had an incredible season, yet she didn't get the recognition she truly deserved. Now, Sheryl Swoopes is back at it, stirring up drama with claims about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. But this time, Lexie Hull isn't holding back. For months, Swoopes, a Hall of Famer no less, has been throwing around accusations about the team. But Hull is stepping up to shut down the rumors and share what's really going on. So, what did Swoopes say this time? More of the same, allegations of locker room tension, claims that Mitchell was overlooked, and even suggestions that Christie side's exit wasn't as smooth as it seemed. Here's the thing, Christie had a tough job managing all the Caitlin mania, the non-stop hype, and the media frenzy. Considering the pressure, she did the best she could. But why is Swoopes, a respected Hall of Famer, making all these accusations? Is it about staying in the spotlight, or something else entirely? Whatever the reason, Hull has had enough. Lexie Hull has painted a completely different picture, one of a team united, not chaotic. From funny team moments to stories of genuine camaraderie, Hull breaks down Swoopes' narrative piece by piece. The takeaway? Gossip might grab attention, but real teamwork and resilience always win.
That players are like, this ain't where I want to be.
Over there.
Yeah. So you have players that are very significant on this Indiana Fever team that are like, I don't
want to be.
Sheryl Swoopes is at it again, stirring up drama about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. If you've been following the story, this isn't the first time she's taken aim. Remember when Swoopes boldly claimed that Clark's game wouldn't translate to the WNBA? Or when she predicted Clark wouldn't make an impact as a rookie? Spoiler alert, Clark proved her wrong almost immediately, dominating the league with jaw-dropping performances and racking up awards that made her the talk of the season. But Swoopes didn't stop there. Earlier this year, she tried to stir the pot again, alleging tension within the Fever's locker room. She even hinted that some players didn't want to play alongside Clark. The issue? These claims were based on vague social media chatter, not actual evidence. When pressed for details, Swoopes couldn't back up her stories, and fans and analysts were quick to call her out. Respected voices like Nancy Lieberman and Stephen A. Smith weren't having it either. They openly criticized Swoopes' speculative takes, pointing out the lack of substance in her so-called insider knowledge. Even a private conversation between Swoopes and another party failed to mend fences, leaving their relationship strained. And let's not forget Swoopes' strange critique of Clark's NCAA scoring record. She suggested that Clark's extra year of eligibility somehow diminished her achievements. But once again, the facts spoke louder. Clark played the same number of seasons as her peers, making the argument baseless. The bottom line? While Swoopes' comments might grab attention, they often crumble under scrutiny, leaving Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever to shine where it matters, on the court.
What kind of things you've said?
I'm not in the locker room.
Okay. But
I'm talking about more social media.
It seems like Sheryl Swoopes has built a second act in her career by doubting Caitlin Clark. But every time she makes a claim, it falls apart the moment someone looks at the facts. A friend even reached out to her with some advice. You can have your opinions, but you've got to get the stats right. If you own up to a mistake, people will respect you for it. So why does Swoopes keep spinning these narratives?
She got upset with me on the phone, and I was like, Sheryl, I'm not doing anything to hurt you. I'm just sharing. We're talking. And so our relationship it pretty much is not happening at this point.
Maybe she's trying to stay relevant in a league that's buzzing about rising stars. Or maybe she just enjoys the drama. Whatever the reason, her accuracy leaves a lot to be desired, and fans are starting to lose patience with her unsubstantiated takes. This time, though, Swoopes has really crossed a line, targeting not just Caitlin Clark but also Kelsey Mitchell and former coach Christie sides. That's when Lexie Hull decided enough was enough. She's stepping in to set the record straight. Let's start with Swoopes' latest remarks about Kelsey Mitchell. In her podcast, Swoopes claimed that Mitchell didn't get the recognition she deserved from the Indiana Fever. If you believed her version, you'd think Mitchell had been completely overlooked. But the facts? They tell a very different story. And that's what we're here to break down. Kelsey Mitchell had an outstanding season, one worthy of all the credit in the world. Yet, Swoopes' take paints a picture that just doesn't match reality. Lexie Hull, tired of the baseless accusations, is here to shine a light on what's really happening.
And I called her as a friend, and I said, you can say whatever you want. You can have your own opinion about anybody, but you do have to get the statistics right. I mean, facts matter. And if you just get ahead of this and just say, hey, I made a mistake on my numbers, then this thing is over and everybody respects you for your opinion.
If you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Your support means a lot, and we're grateful you're here. Now, let's dive back into the facts and see why Swoopes' claims just don't hold up. Once again, reality doesn't support Sheryl Swoopes' claims. She suggested Kelsey Mitchell is undervalued by the Indiana Fever, but the facts tell a very different story. Start with team president Kelly Krauskopf, who has been vocal in her praise for Mitchell. Krauskopf has called her a cornerstone of the team, emphasizing her irreplaceable impact and leadership. Statements like "Kelsey's impact is irreplaceable and she's our #1 priority" don't exactly scream neglect, do they? And it's not just management. Mitchell herself has expressed nothing but gratitude for the organization and her teammates, describing how the team blocked out outside noise to focus on their goals. Far from being discontented, she's highlighted the strong chemistry on the court, especially with Caitlin Clark.
A lot of people don't understand that either about Caitlin. You don't know where those passes are going.
No,
Yo,
it's going to go to where she thinks you're going to score from. She's like a football.
Quarterback.
She's passing you into her route.
Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Indianapolis' finest.
Mitchell has openly shared moments where Clark's pinpoint passes set her up for critical shots, showcasing their mutual trust and synergy. Analysts have also noted that Clark's assist-heavy style actually boosted Mitchell's scoring opportunities, making her an even more dangerous offensive weapon. This on-court connection was a major factor in the Fever's standout season. Mitchell's stats didn't just hold steady, they improved, directly debunking Swoopes' narrative of neglect. And Caitlin Clark's passing? It's been described as almost instinctual, like a quarterback who knows exactly where to place the ball to create scoring chances. This dynamic highlights teamwork at its finest, something Swoopes claims completely miss. So why is Swoopes making these baseless accusations?
She'll just throw out comments that are just funny. Like, no one else is saying it but Caitlin. She sees the game at a bigger scale, obviously with the platform that she's created for herself, and then that's transitioned to the game. It's huge. And I think, like, for me, especially as a point guard and as someone that's delivering a lot of the passes that lead to shots, like, if I miss, she's definitely going to say, like, you got the next one. Like, I can count on her for keeping me, like, confident and positive. So yeah, I think that shows the player that she is and the leader she is as a point guard.
Maybe it's about staying in the spotlight, or perhaps she thrives on stirring controversy. Whatever the reason, the facts show a completely different, and far more positive, story about Kelsey Mitchell and the Indiana Fever. Sheryl Swoopes is back with another attempt to sow division and doubt, but this time, Lexie Hull has had enough. Hull, typically focused on her play rather than off-court drama, decided to speak out, offering an insider's perspective that completely counters Swoopes' claims. Hull emphasized the Fever's strong sense of unity and mutual respect, sharing behind-the-scenes moments that highlight the team's bond.
There was one practice, Christy turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud. And so she turns on this loud music, and Caitlin screams, she's like, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." And everyone's like, what? And Christy reacted and said, "What did you say?" And she repeated it. And all of us were we were all dying because if I would have said that, if anyone on our team would have said that and then been asked, "What did you say?" and you repeat it, no one else is repeating it, but she did. And it was the funniest thing. We're all rolling on.
Caitlin has this ability to see the game on a bigger scale, Hull explained, adding that Clark's positive reinforcement makes all the difference. If I miss, she's the first to say, "You've got the next one." It's a testament to Clark's role as both a skilled player and a supportive leader. Hull's decision to speak out wasn't just about defending her team, it was about setting the record straight with first-hand knowledge.